Hi everybody, my name is Leslie Jimenez, Museum Educator here at the Museum of Latin American Art, and today we're going to teach you how to make your own Concha Pinatas ornaments for you to celebrate with this holiday season. Here are the materials that you'll need. 2 medium square cardboard pieces, 1 medium long piece of cardboard, 1 pencil, 1 roll of tape, 1 glue stick, 1 sheet of pink tissue paper, a couple of sheets of yellow tissue paper, 1 spool of yarn, 1 pair of scissors, and optional is 1 little wire to help hang your ornament. Step 1, we're going to outline the shape of our concha on our cardboard piece 1 and piece 2 using our pencil. So I'm going to begin drawing my circular shape. We're going to take our pair of scissors and we're going to begin to cut the outline of our concha. Now this can be a little difficult, so make sure you use a little bit of elbow grease to cut through that cardboard. Great. So I've got one side of my concha cut out. Here's a quick little tip. If you feel like your second concha outline is not exactly the same as your first cutout, then you can do this technique. You take your first cutout, you place it on your cardboard, and you begin to outline the shape on your second piece of cardboard, and you begin to cut it out just like you did the first one. Don't worry if your cardboard bends along the edges, that's completely fine. We're gonna discard this leftover cardboard anyway. Awesome, and just like that, we cut our 2 sides of our conchas. You should have something like this. And we're gonna set this aside, and now we're going to take our medium rectangular piece of cardboard and we're going to cut it in half along the horizontal line. We're just going to cut it in half on the long side, and this is to prepare the edge of our piñata. So with our scissors we're going to cut, and again fold if needed. Don't worry if your cardboard folds a bit, that's just part of the material. Now, the next step is to score our cardboard, and this is a very special technique that we use to manipulate cardboard to bend and turn into different shapes that will help us create our piñata. To score our cardboard, we're going to take the edge of our scissor and we're going to take one side of our cardboard. You might want to use the side where you can see the corrugated lines. And what we're going to do is slice the edge or the top half of our cardboard using the edge of our scissor, like this. So now you scored your cardboard, and what we're going to do now is bend the edges or the flaps that we just created by scoring. Check it out. You hear that crinkly pop? And just like that, what was once your really straight piece of cardboard has turned into a piece of cardboard that can be easily manipulated into a circular shape. Our next step is to take our concha sides and we're going to tape them together to create our piñata, our 3-dimensional ornament shape, okay? So now that you've cut your 3 basic shapes for your concha ornament, we're going to move to the next step, which is assembling using good old painter's tape. Now, to make this easier, we're going to prep our tape, and that means cutting multiple pieces of painter's tape so that we can easily tape it to the edge of our concha and make this a faster process for us all. So with my scissors, I'm going to start cutting about 2-inch pieces of tape, which I'm going to use to secure all of my components together. So now we've got our tape all cut up. I cut 15 pieces, but you can certainly go ahead and cut more. Cut as many as you feel you might need to make sure your components are completely secured together. I'm going to take one strip and begin to apply my pieces of tape onto the surface of my cardboard that is not scored. So again, this side is scored, this side is not. This is the side where we're going to be applying our tape. Let's start. 1, 2, 10. Alrighty, I've applied 10 pieces of tape to the unscored side of my cardboard, and if you'll notice closely, I've left about 1 inch of the tape exposed, and this is going to help us secure it to our side of our concha, all right? So this part is a little tricky, but it's not too difficult. We're going to start off by securing our first piece of tape to the edge of our round concha shape. And as you're going around the shape, you're securing down your cardboard with the tape. Now this part might be a little tricky. You're going to tuck this in, you pull it through the other side, tuck this in, and pull it through the other side. Great, awesome. And you see that you're secured, and on the other side, you've just secured your component. But what do we do about this? Well, this is a little remainder. We're gonna take our scissors one more time, and we're gonna cut along the little side that we scored. Take it out, secure it, take a piece of tape, and latch this down, just like that. Awesome, now we're gonna do the same steps so that we close off the other side of our piñata. And I'm leaving about 1 inch to 2 inches of my tape outside. This is to secure the second part of my concha. Here we go. Great, so now the inside is secured with tape, and we're gonna take the second part of our concha and we're going to tape this down. Press it against the tape inside. Great. And I've just placed it on top, and like that, you've securely assembled your piñata ornament. So we're at the halfway point. At this point, we're gonna move forward and begin to decorate or give form and shape to our little concha piñata. Now, what does that mean? It means that we're going to pull out our glue, we're going to pull out our yellow tissue paper and our pair of scissors to get our concha piñata that's looking a little too cardboardy right now to look more like a concha. Let's get started. I'm opening up my glue. I'm going to start applying glue to the top of my piñata. And I'm gonna take one sheet of tissue paper and press it down on this surface. And I'm gonna do the same to the other side, flipping it over, applying glue to the circular top shape of my piñata. And with my second sheet of tissue paper, I'm applying this as well, applying pressure. There we go. And now you're thinking, uh-oh, where's my piñata going? What we're going to do now is apply glue to the scored side of our piñata, and we're going to use this remaining tissue paper and cover that up. So let's get started. We've got our glue. Alrighty, glue has been applied, and I'm pressing down. Great. So I'm taking my glue and I'm applying glue to this paper to secure my second piece of tissue paper. Great, so you've secured your yellow tissue paper to give the color of bread or concha to your little ornament. What we're gonna do next is cut out the little pieces that are sticking out from the edges of your concha to give it a cleaner look. Snip, snip, snip. And with my glue stick, I'm also gonna secure any loose edges of my piñata to make it look a little cleaner. Now the next step is to give our concha piñata ornament some color. We're gonna go with the strawberry color, which is this pink tissue paper that's been pre-cut into small strips. Now this tissue paper came pre-cut and was ordered from a craft store, but here's how you can make your own fringed tissue paper at home. You're going to need a tissue paper and you're going to need a pair of scissors. Now we're going to begin cutting our fringes by taking our scissors and cutting into the tissue paper about an inch in, making sure that we don't cut all the way. So we leave the spine entirely open, and we're cutting fringes that are about, I would say, 1/4 of a centimeter away from each other. And ta-da! You created your own fringe tissue paper for your piñata. Because this paper is a little long, I'm going to cut it in half one more time, about 1/2 inch of the distance, and make really cool pink confetti. No. There we go. And what I'm going to do next is separate my tissue paper. Into 2 bits. And I'm taking my pair of scissors one more time, and I'm going to cut small pieces and large pieces as well. This is to create the concha powder decoration on your piñata ornament. So we're going to take our fringe tissue paper, cut this in half one more time, and we're gonna try our best to cut oval-like shapes along the fringe. This is to give the illusion of that beautiful strawberry flavored concha powder that we see at the bakery, the panaderia, which tastes so delicious. So we've got one here. Now I'm gonna take a longer piece and do the same thing, same size. Curved lines. And then flip my second concha. So we're almost at the final step. What we're going to do now is apply glue to our concha in various locations. This is where our strawberry flavored powder would normally go. And we're going to take one strip and begin to paste it onto the circular surface of our concha, like this. And at the end, you should have something that looks a bit like this. Now you'll repeat the step for your other side to make sure that your concha ornament looks even. So you have one side that looks like this and the other side that looks like this as well. Now we want to make sure that our concha ornament hangs from our tree or our home. So we're using a strip of paper, a piece of yarn, a hook, and some glue to create our hook attachment onto our piñata. With some glue, we're going to apply some to the concha. We're going to take our yarn and loop it through the piece of paper. We're going to create a knot. And then we're going to press down our strip of paper onto the glue to create our hook. Taking our piece of wire, looping it in through our yarn, and just like that, you created your own concha piñata ornament for you to have at home this holiday season. Now you can create projects like this and others more at our children's workshops, which happen the first or second Sundays of each month here at our art studio at the Museum of Latin American Art. We hope you really enjoy doing this project, and we hope to see what else you can create at home. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye.